Women are constantly being told that we need to stop apologizing so much. But according to a recent Scary Mommy article, the problem isn't that women are apologizing too much, it's that men aren't apologizing enough. They said that whether it's a relationship or the workplace, the women always seem to be the ones saying, I'm sorry. Ladies, what are your thoughts? I'm gonna say this really quickly because I really do wanna hear your thoughts. I think it's in their DNA. I think it's men's DNA. Like the other day, I'm having a conversation. You know, Jax is the one that gives me, not the back talk, but he likes to, you know, rebuttal. And so I said, but you never apologize. Why don't you say I'm sorry? And he goes, Mom, if I make my point, maybe I won't need to apologize. So therefore, I can save it. I'm like,
see?
It starts at 13. It starts at 13. And let me tell you,
because for Jax,
I'm either gonna kill that kid or he's gonna kill me, one of the two. One day, Jax may be sitting in this chair.
Oh no. See, for Jax, so he's basically saying that to him, admitting an apology is a sign of defeat, which is the first, biggest, wrongest thing about apologies. It does not mean, Jax, come here. I know we've not met, but I'm your auntie in some way, okay? I'm not as crazy as Auntie Lonnie, so you want to take it from me. Admitting you're sorry does not mean that you have lost. It doesn't mean that you've lost the war or the fight. It doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means that you feel for the other person and that you don't want to hurt the other person, or that you admit that, okay, this could have been misunderstood. But it doesn't mean that you're like the absolute loser. Like, it means like, cool, okay, I'm sorry about this. Like, let's move on, because I admit I own it. I own the situation. I own whatever it caused.
But it's hard for men to realize that. Some men, it's hard for them to realize that. But my thing is, when I do get an apology from a man that I know that it's heartfelt and it's meaningful.
Sincere.
There are some women, they apologize too much, and then it doesn't feel true. So, you know, you have to watch that type of talk too as well. But women have to be confident.
Yes,
we do. But I think men were brought up to like, don't cry, man up, be tough. And maybe apologizing is a sign of weakness for them.
Another thing is, we all have that friend who always has our back and checks in on us no matter what. But are we always checking in on them? So a user on Quora recently posted this very deep question, asking, quote, why is the person who is always there for people always left alone? Ladies, can you relate to this? Where would you fall in the being there for people or the one that's like standing alone?
I used to be that person 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was that person that was, because then I looked around and realized nobody was there for me. Needed help. And that was my lesson in life, that I said I could be there for my friends, but I have to put myself, what they always say when you get on the airplane, put that oxygen mask on you first. Before you try to go help there, you're going to be knocked out. And you can't help your babies, you can't help nobody. But it took me a while to understand that, because I was, you know, I just like giving and everything. And then one day I looked and it was like a Christmas, because I was on the road for so long. And when you're on the road, it's like, you know, you don't really connect with people. And then there was one Christmas where I was at home and I realized nobody called me. I was always calling everybody. I didn't have anybody. And I said, you know what? It's time for me to get myself together and start putting myself first. So, you know, it's okay to help people,
makes sense.
but put yourself first.
Yeah, I think we take the person who's always there, we take them for granted, and we don't say, you know, how are you doing? Do you need anything? And I think sometimes, though, the people that are always there always feel like they're good. So it's kind of like when you say to someone, how are you? And before they even answer, you're like, oh, that's good. Like you didn't even listen, right? So I think we have to make sure that we also check in on the people who are always there for us.